Shalom. I want to give all praises, all honor, and all glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakwadash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and salutations unto the elect. Those of you that are scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth, to you I say Shalom. Okay, and basically, I want to speak about an article that I came across the other day, and this is from independent.com, and it says study reveals having half human population gradually could help Earth. Okay, and it says ever increasing levels of population and resource consumption are not in the interest of future generations, scientists warns. Now, now here it is. You might ask, well, who are these scientists? Okay, who are the people that are saying this? And why are they saying this? Okay, it says, it sounds like something out of a Marvel movie, but scientists, yeah, boy, science just means to know, have said having, which means half, the human population over a span of about 2 centuries could make the planet much more sustainable. And niggas sound like Thanos. Much more sustainable by reducing excess consumption. Okay. Now, this is what caught my eye. All right. This part of the article right here. Okay. And all these articles that we do, it ties back into the scriptures, in which depopulation is biblical, okay? But the way that the so-called white man is spinning it, okay, because there's nothing but you Edomites and you heathens that are talking about shit like this. There are no Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans talking about often half of the population, okay? You fucking heathens be doing too much, man. You know? And you ain't gonna chill until Yahushua get back. We know this. Okay, it says scientists argue that indiscriminate, okay, keep that in mind, use of Earth's resources by humans has led to environmental effects ranging from biodiversity loss to climate change. Now, I looked up what are some indiscriminate uses of Earth's resources by humans, and guess what I found? Okay, now, the indiscriminate use of natural resources. Come on, don't crash on me now, baby. Indiscriminate use of natural resources means taking minerals like water, forest, and minerals from the earth too fast without care. Now, what group of people on the planet Earth are doing this? So here it is, you must suffer. Okay, scientists are calling it off half of humanity because a couple of people, okay, the ruling class people, the upper echelon of society that actually runs and controls these areas of the world. Israelites don't control water, don't control how much forest is getting cut down. Who's cutting the forest down? Who's taking the water supply out of the earth? Who's taking the minerals from the earth too fast without care? Who's doing that? What group of people is doing that? Is it so-called black people that have control of the resources of the earth? No. The scriptures say that Esau was given the fatness of the earth. He was given the sword. And what is he doing with his power that the Lord has gave him? He's destroying the earth. It says this overuse causes severe environmental damage, in which the scriptures tell you how to govern the earth. There's supposed to be land Sabbaths. You're not supposed to just take resources from the earth constantly. You're constantly drilling. You're constantly taking from the earth. You're not giving it rest. And yes, we care. See, but this is a heathenistic mindset. Instead of holding people that are accountable for the people that manage these parts of the earth. Here it is, you're just off half of humanity. Just half the population. That's still not fixing the root cause of the problem. The root cause of the problem is the Edomites, the so-called white people that have control over these things. Because if you have off the half of the population, right, and it regrows back, you're still going to run into the same problems until the cancer of the earth is rooted out. See, everybody want to talk about root cause analysis, cause and effect, and people want to get all analytical. But if you get analytical, if you get logical, who's the root cause of the problem? These Edomites. Because they have control over the resources. Here it is, you're blaming people that don't have control or power over anything. Who controls how much water and how much minerals and how much resources that one can get? Who's in charge of that? The rulers of the planet Earth. The rulers, the people that are in charge. See, and this is why you heathens got to get put out of power, because you don't know how to rule. You don't know how to judge. And you're not going to hold each other accountable. They're not going to get in front of each other and say, hey, man, you're doing too much. You taking too much oil from the earth. You cutting down too many trees. It's all about monies with these people. It's all about greed. It's all about destroying. Okay, so this is indiscriminate use. Now, who has the control over that? Who's doing indiscriminate use of the earth's resources? You Edomites. Because you own everything. You heathens. Starting with you Edomites, but you heathens. You Edomites, and then the rest of you heathens have control over the resources of the earth, because the Israelites are not in power. And this is not an angry black man. Look at the proof is in the pudding. There are articles coming out saying that the indiscriminate use of resources is fucking up the earth's flow. Okay, resource depletion. Essential items like fossil fuels, clean water, fertile soil run out faster than nature can fix them. Why? Because you keep taking from the earth. Climate change, burning too many fuels and cutting down trees traps heat in the air. Habitat loss, mining and cutting down forests destroy animal and plant homes, causing species to die out. This is what the so-called white man is doing. You think we up here just on the highways and hedges just saying that the so-called white man, we're just picking on you guys are just picking on the white man. No. We're not just picking on the so-called white man. He has crimes that he's doing and crimes that he has done that he has to pay for. Pollution, waste from using these items, dirties the air, land, and water. Wealth gap. Wealthy groups often grab most resources. Just said that. Leaving poor communities with little or nothing. So why are you talking about half of the population being offed? If you can pinpoint who's doing these things. See, but you guys are not gonna hold each other accountable. Health issues, dirty air and water cause serious sickness. And who's affected by this? The Israelites, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Scarcity conflicts. Fights break out over scarce necessities like water and fertile land. Okay, so this is the definition of indiscriminate use of natural resources that you Edomites are doing. So why must others suffer because of what the so-called white man is doing and the fucking Chinese man and the Indian man, so-called Indian man, is doing? Okay, because these are the people that are fucking up the earth. But you look at us crazy for speaking about these things and saying, oh, you just picking on the so-called white man. You picking on the white man. The white man can be saved. The white man is fucking your world up. The so-called white man is fucking the earth up. The white man is the reason why you drinking water out of a plastic bottle. Do you know that? Did you know that? Now you see all these plastics going around and plastics everywhere. The air is all dirty. Do you know? See, you people, you're simple. You're simple. But see, but the beautiful part is, the beautiful part of what we're involved in is we know that these people are going to pay for what they've done and for what they are doing. See, we don't have to, long for, somebody to please save us and help us, because we know that Yahushua is coming to vindicate. We know Yahushua is coming to pay these people back, not only for what they've done to us, but what they're doing to God's creation. This is a big deal, man. Okay, this is not a normal thing. This is not normal what you're seeing. This is a destroying group of people that are destroying the earth. And they all have a part in it. Okay, but this is not a light thing. Okay, just because it's normal for you to drink out of a plastic bottle now, that does not mean that it's okay. That does not mean that what these big corporations and these guys cutting down forests and leaving animals without habitation and species dying out. There's always a cause and effect. Cutting down all these trees, building up stores for consumers. Okay, there's a price to pay for that, man. Okay, and I'm gonna read one of the prices to pay for that in Revelation 11. Okay, it says, in the nations, Revelation 11 and 18. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come in the time of the dead, that they should be judged. Okay, the dead are the heathens. And that thou should give us reward unto thy servants, the prophets, who we believe are on the planet Earth right now, and to the saints, the Israelites, and to them that fear thy name, small and great, and should have destroyed them. Who is them? The heathens, which destroy the earth. Not destroyed. That's past tense. Which destroy, which is meaning present tense, the earth. Okay? Which they still are doing. They're not going to stop. They're not looking at wildlife and human life and saying, you know what, damn, man, we really need to take care of the earth. Because whoever's in power, you are supposed to manage the earth accordingly. You are the manager. Okay, these different people that own all these big corporations, and they have different resources and a different access to different resources on the earth. They are supposed to take care of the earth. And when you don't, you get judged for it, because too much is given, much is required, regardless of ethnicity, regardless of race. Okay, if anybody else was in rulership, if the so-called Chinese man was in rulership, we'd be cursing out the fucking Chinese man. We'd be cursing his ass out. The so-called African man was in charge, we'd be cursing his ass out too. If the so-called Indian man was a ruler, we'd be cursing his ass out too, if he was taking care of the earth like this. Okay, we're not respective persons. Okay, we judge accordingly, and we judge aright. And they're not taking care of the earth. And this, we're reading his crimes. We're reading his crimes, and we're reading his judgments. And guess who's going to do it? Yahushua. And should have destroyed them. These people are going to be destroyed. You can't save the so-called white man. He doesn't want to be saved. Don't save her. He don't want to be saved. The so-called white man don't want to be saved. You think the so-called white man wants to be saved? When you look at Donald Trump on these news on TV, do it look like he need to be saved from anything? They're boasting. And we're going to do the grace, and we're going to do that, and we're so great, and we're so marvelous, the biggest, the best. Nothing about humility comes out of these people's mouth. All right, I'm going to close out with this scripture. Isaiah 24:4. The earth mourneth and fadeth away. Why is the earth mourning and fadeth away? Because these damn people that are empowered are not taking care of the earth. The world languishes and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof. So the earth is defiled because of the people. The people are supposed to care for the earth. The people are supposed to tend to the earth and take care of it. Like one hand wash the other. You take care of the earth bears fruit. Okay? When you plant something and you grow something in the earth, you have to tend to it. You have to take care of it. You have to dress it. You got to make sure it's in the right environment. You got to make sure it got enough sunlight, enough water. It says, because they have transgressed the laws. So-called white man is not doing the land Sabbath. Changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. Okay, so the earth is in disarray because the so-called white man and the heathens have broken the circle of life. Okay, the environment, nature has a cycle that has been broken. And we speak about this a lot because we care about the earth. We care about, because the earth was made for our sakes. We're watching these people fuck our earth up, okay, which was made for the Israelites. This was made for us, man. Earth is beautiful, and it will be under the right people. Okay, once we had to go into punishment, okay, and we sinned against the Lord, so now we're in punishment. We got to watch. It's like, you in timeout, you watching somebody else play with your toys. When you're in timeout, we got to watch Esau rule the world. And we're like, fuck, man, we fucked up. But guess what? Our timeout is almost over. And we're going to be able to enjoy the earth. Okay, and this is the good news for us, man. We're going to be able to enjoy the earth soon, brothers and sisters. I want to enjoy the earth, man. I want to enjoy the resources of the earth. Brothers and sisters, think about, wanting to actually enjoy the earth, the resources that it has to offer in its purity, in its pure form. What does clean water from the earth actually taste like? What does real food taste like? Just something real without no additives, no artificial nothing. What is that life really like? And we yearning for that, man. I'm yearning for that. I'm yearning for the earth to get back in peace, man. Get back in order under the Israelites. So, I believe I hit the point. So with that, Lord willing, was edifying. Shalom.